I got these men mad again. Never worry about what they did in the beginning. Hi, y'all. Oh, my face greasy. Oh. Y'all, make sure y'all moisturizing after you do your facials especially, but make sure y'all moisturizing because we're going into spring and we're going into like summer. So your body is shedding. So if your face been super dry, moisturize it. It need a little help. Don't put too much like I did. But your body need help during this very deep cleanse that Mother has us on. Now, I don't know if a lot of y'all feel this. Is you're being called to fast. I told y'all this. You don't have to fast with Ramadan. That is called. If you was a Muslim, then do so. But that is called activity. You don't have to fast with Ramadan. Eat healthy. And let me tell y'all a secret. Papaya will be your best friend during this fast with the sun. Mother is naturally putting us on a fast. Okay? So, I'm going to bring my staff out today for a ninja. I told y'all thought I was just going to make content about the divine or the Jezebel woman without talking about the men. And I had a lot of women in the comments like, talk about the men, talk about the men. I couldn't talk about the men because you wanted me to talk about the men. I had to wait till it came spiritually. I got a lot of these men upset, y'all. They're very mad and angry at the fact that I said we were in war and we won the war. However, TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. We won the war centuries ago, and then the men won the war. How do you think the war even was able to be won? They had to have our strongest allies on the battlefield with them. Let me tell y'all something. It was a man, after I posted that video, this man said, that was just a dream. Whole time I was on the toilet taking a I was taking a and fasting. No food in my gut. Not even thinking about it. Mother showed me this download, but I already knew it. If you look at the patterns between the war of the woman and the man, you start to resemble and see the synchronicities of why and what took place in the beginning of time. You snaked us out. We helped create you just like we helped create the one that came from the cave. You snaked us out for them, and you always do. When you start getting, when we fast forward, now we in houses now. Now we in a cabin. We're finally free from massa. And you go work for massa and you allow massa to get in your head, stress you out to come home and tear your wife up. You go out to dinner and to the bar with him and hit your boss, and you come home and you try to hurt your wife. You got a lot of men out here that has fallen to the abuse of women, and they are still trying to figure out why their curses has not been rained off their head. You don't think Mother is out here exposing y'all too? Oh, it was all fun and games when we was talking about the woman being devilish because y'all view every woman as the devil with spiritual gifts. I had an old man. He said, I don't trust women. I said, that's why your mama passed away, huh? You don't trust a woman that birthed you? We birthed you. We gave you life. We ain't come from no motherfucking rib. Come on now. Y'all keep telling this. Now you're talking about a dream. Martin Luther King definitely had a dream, but you talking about we came from a rib? Have you seen a woman give birth to her baby boy from your rib? We ain't like the goddamn what's they called, the horse fish. We ain't the horse fish. What, the seahorse? The seahorse. We ain't the seahorse. We ain't that type of species. You really thought I was going to just go against the Jezebel woman. She still served a purpose with taking some of y'all down. You got to be careful when a man get a woman that finally decide to hurt his ass back, because what Summer Walker said, that's his karma. Now, I'm not talking about all men. I'm talking about majority of them. We had a few men working with us, the divine masculines, the divine gods. And that's why we were more powerful too, because we had one of our strongest sons A few of them, not many, but a few of them. You don't think this pains us when we speak about shit like this? Because we still see it happening to this day. Mother and daughters going against each other because the man came into the household and tried to play with the woman's energy because he's laying with her, and make it seem as if her own daughter is reaching for him, and make it seem as if her own niece is reaching for him. Your man, you came and corrupted our fucking families. You did that. You corrupted our motherfucking families. We didn't have no fucking competition between other goddesses in the tribe until that man came over there with his bare back, ready to turn us against the divine goddesses. When we think about things like this, why do they always send a man to delay us or distract us the moment we start to rise? I had to think this deeply. And for so long, I thought it was just, I don't know, he just want to hurt us. I don't know, his mama hurt him. It's deeper than that, baby. It's deeper than just his mama hurting him. He could have had a perfect mama. It was what that father did. It was what that religion did. Made him feel superior. Made him feel like he was a god. You ain't nothing if you look at your woman and try to find things to pick apart from her. How do you think we always get snaked out and we get tricked out of our spots? It's with these men, not all of them. If the shoe, the Jordan fit, wear that motherfucker, okay? Y'all want to know what's these men that's about to save this whole motherfucking war? These children that's getting out of high school and college. They're about to retwist it. Why do you think you see so many young marriages right now? Because these men want to do right by these women. You got a few that's still some YNs, but you got a few that's some YGs. Young gods. And I could never understand why half of my life when I started growing up, I always had spiritual gifts, y'all. But I didn't know how to handle them. And that's when people try to, deflect them or, find ways to, ignore them or try to ignore my spiritual enhancements. However, any friend I ever had, I noticed her boyfriend always disliked me. And I will find out he's cheating and I tell her, she won't believe me. Every friend I had, the boyfriend disliked me. And it wasn't because I was a thought. It was because I can see the wool over them motherfuckers' eyes. Why do you think the fucking planet is more happy and healed right now? Because women start pulling their energy back. The man started using the siphoning energy more. You thought he had a baby with you because he loved you. He had a baby with you because he wanted to keep you bondage, distracted from what life could offer you. Not only that, some men that's skeptical about marriage, them the ones you should really honor a relationship with. Because their soul don't feel right. Because marriage is a contract, till death do us part. And you wonder why so many wives and husbands had to leave up out of here in a body bag. Once they husband and them left each other. Do y'all pay attention to this type of shit? Do y'all see the different synchronicities? When I said we was in war, this was centuries ago. Somebody said go watch the Woman King movie. Let me write that down. Woman King. I never seen that movie. I never even heard about it. But I'm going to go watch it. I'm going to go look it up. Okay? Let me say this. Let me say this. And I'm going to say this real gentle to these motherfuckers. The war has happened centuries ago when we was actually on a field against each other. But there's a war now. Anytime I ever felt distracted from my spiritual gifts is when they sent a man or my parents in. And the man can only distract the woman when he's entering her heaven's gates. Her uterus, her universe. Uterus, universe. They just changed a few names and numbers and letters in the universe. Why do you think more men has been jealous of women? You feel more of the jealous spirit from men than you do of a woman. The moment they see us all clicking up in a group, they come and scout us out, treat us like Girl Scout cookies, and they take one and get to sneaking with the other. That was the man. Not a girls group broken up because they got beef. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Now, there's women out here that don't give a flying fuck. And their mission on this planet is to go after the ones that hurt the divine chosen goddesses. Why do you think the government has always protected us when a black man came and turned his back on us and put us out the house or stopped paying the bills, and we had to fend for our own because he was at the bar with his boss? He was over there bending over backwards for him. They tricked you out your spot. So what the government do? They had to come help us. Not only that, it was the white tea woman that was crying first. It was all about destiny swapping. And they did just that. But they couldn't destiny swap with us. They had to get the man to come and corrupt. Now, let's look at it. Look at a civilization. Look at, not even just civilization, look at different strategics of wars. Now, we're going to talk about war. When they had all our people strung out, that's war. When they giving all these men wigs, that's war. When they turn around and give you all these H1N1s, that's war. When they try to give you 19 shots, that's war. When they try to see your children, that's war. All this shit is war. It's just different now. It's 2026. The wars ain't gonna be just on the battlefield. We on there with our staffs trying to get your ass together. No, the wars are different. But look at this. They can't enter a woman's universe in heaven gates, right? The man has more of the ability to connect to certain men. Why? And I'm gonna tell you why. Here's why. Because we created them. We created them. When we created these men, we created them for, someone that can lift heavy things, someone that can help us out more, someone that can be there for us. And if you look at the whole dynamic of this union, it's beautiful, it's strong. He valued his goddess. He appreciated her for giving him life. Right? So they switched all around. They say Adam and Eve. It was Eve fought and Eve came from his rib. That was false. Nothing on this planet could ever come from a man other than his manifestations, his drive, his protection, his divinity, his Christ conscious. Nothing can be created from his rectal or his bectal. Okay? We go speak in code here. TikTok for entertainment purposes only. If a man was to have a baby, he would. They have done many tests on it just to try to get him to match the frequency of us. But let me say this. If nobody else can enter the woman's gates, they're going to slowly feed your dog. He's the only one that can enter you. And when he enters you, he loves you. But the more they feed this dog, the more he's going to turn on you. They've been doing this for so many years. You even look at the Avatar movie. It was so, the very first Avatar was powerful as hell. But here come this bot. Here come this false masculine. Crippled masculine, I say. I'm gonna name him as he is. He come there. His original plan was to set these people up, but when he met them, he fell in love with her. Now, I always tell y'all, love can mean many different things for many different people. Everybody see love differently. Some see love as death do us part, really. Death will do you part. Others see love as true divine connection. Some see love as taken only from you and helping you get back up. Take all your life force, then give you pieces of your shit back and say that they saved you. Anywho, love can mean many different things. Jealousy, hatred, heart, all that can stem from love. Somebody can say, I love you more than I love myself. Run. They don't love themselves. How could they ever love you? They love you more than themselves, so they will hold you as a heart in their life. And by that heart in their life, they will never let you go, even if you run. Be careful. You don't ever underestimate a motherfucking broken man or a broken woman or a heartless motherfucker. Okay? Let's get into this. You go through all that, but then you watch the Avatar movie. Every movie after that, this man then came in a village and destroyed everything, but she's so blinded by love, she couldn't completely see that he was coming to suppress her. Every movie after the first Avatar that has ever been on my screen has been a disappointment and a disgrace to the divine feminine. Every movie after the first Avatar was the divine feminine, silent, tears, pain, agony, and he, I got it. Okay, we let y'all have it. Y'all destroy schools, y'all destroy countries, y'all destroy everything with ego, logic, problems. We let y'all have all this shit. It was worth the heartbreak of your own mother. It was worth it. Oh, this man gonna say, why you so loud? Why you ain't speaking up enough, young boy? I'm gonna start calling you what your boss called you. Buddy. Why you ain't speaking up? This ain't loud, this passion. Because you really thought I was just gonna talk about the devilish woman and not talk about you. The women was like, when we gonna talk about these men? I said, I cut into them. We ain't talking about them right now. We talking about you. We talking about them. We talking about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Ashe. We let y'all have this motherfucking world. They didn't tell you that we wasn't just imprisoned by the government. We was imprisoned by our fucking men. And you want to come say some stuff to me? You want to see the passion in my eyes? You want to see how that shit angers me? How it hurts my feelings? We let y'all have it and it still wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough, buddy. You wanted more. You couldn't settle with that divine goddess. And you knew her energy was powerful and she protected you. But you start looking at Jezebel, which is Eve. And to have both of them fighting instead of having them united, it was beautiful to you. Two strong goddesses fighting over me? I'm nothing. I don't have a universe. I can't really connect to the spirit realms unless I do a lot of work here on the planet. I'm more similar to the pale skin. I'm more similar to the white tea people. I feel more powerful. I'm gonna go over there with Susie. I'm gonna go over there with Lucy. I'm gonna go talk to her for a second. I'll be right back, goddesses. I know Eve. I love you. I know I did this. Divine goddess, I know. I'm gonna go talk to Lucy. Lucy, could you help me clear my mind? The black woman has created too much destruction in my life. Oh, Lucy, yes, I'll help you. You're the strongest person in my life. You are a God. Oh my God, Lucy. You have spoken to the soul in me that I did not know I had. You did that. You did that. You thought laying with them parasitics was going to pull you back home? This is why you should have never tried to isolate the divine goddess. Men, this is why you should have never tried to choose the other women over her to try to lower her vibration or frequency. You should have never picked her body apart to where she had to modify it just for you to still cheat with Lucy or your boss. The taste of the rainbow. However, I'm not talking about all men. I'm talking about man and divine masculine. Divine masculine ain't even in this equation for real. He don't come save the day. He comes surrender to the goddess. Why do you think most of these motherfucking men want the woman to surrender? Why do you think when you walk past a motherfucker, they instantly bow their heads or they look the other way or they give you evil eye? These men have been obsessed with taking us down for centuries, and you thought it was just about the woman. She may have showed you the way of destroying our civilization, our journeys, our union. You the only motherfuckers in the planet that know you like the Skittles, but you would still come lay your infected shit over here with the divine goddess to stop her. If you like what you like, stay over there, you demonic motherfucker. You don't think that's devilish work? You don't think that's war? Women ain't just out here getting that shit. You gotta come insert it. You don't think that's war? Oh, we was in war. Right now we fighting the bots, the NPCs. We fighting all this shit because before we can actually work together, we gotta put this shit on the table now. How can we work together if there's still blood within all of us? Oh, I guess the elephant in the room is me. I am a little chunky. But my chunkiness made you think I was obese. Whole time it was protection, and it was also an attack from a man. Because every time I laid with one, I blew up like a balloon. So my weight became a shield of armor to protect me from the dis-ease you was bringing to my motherfucking universe. You did this shit, motherfucker, and I ain't mad at all men. I love them. I enjoy the comfort of them. You can ask my baby now, he'll tell you. I spoke life into him until he started dimming minds. I stopped. You think the world revolve around you, rib? Baby, I don't even eat pork. I will fry you a rib, bake you a rib, smother you a rib, and I serve that to your ass every day of your life, and let's see how your life feels. We ain't came from your motherfucking rib, and every time you irritate me, I cut that motherfucker up. You want them sauteed, baby? You like them salt? Or no, baby, it's cool. We cool. We cool. We had different type of arguments in the house if I ever be with a low vibrational man. We had different arguments. I just go buy ribs. Every time I buy rib, he'll know we beefing. So I want to actually do this study. How the fuck do you think we came from? We came from this, not this or the. This is why it's so important for you to keep your sons away from these demonic men. Keep your daughters away from these demonic men as well. Men are, and I don't care what nobody say, men can be easily persuaded. Easily manipulated. But when he started to rise to his Christ conscious, it's harder to do. And it's more, he refused. Put my staff down. I don't want to hold it right now. He refused to fall under another spell to go against the divine goddess. These men be out here having 20 years of karma. And for so long, as a divine feminine, you was blaming his mother. Whole time she was a single mother. Some of them. She was a single mother. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her son and never stops. It wasn't enough for him. He was obsessed with the obsession that a woman could have over his life. He finally felt seen when a woman is fighting over him. He was really angry at his father, easily manipulated by the words of his father. It's just as simple, but why the fuck would you dislike a single mother that has did all she could do to make sure you had a future? Y'all believe, why do you think they call mental illness a mental illness for a reason? It's a man in ill intent. Any woman that faces mental illness, it's men that has come in your life and siphoned your peace with their mental illness. Not all men. Do I gotta keep repeating that? This is for some men and some divine masculine. They always want you to feel like being in a relationship is more important than anything on this planet. It's not. Most women in relationships are encaged prisoners. And they feel it more after they sign the contract, spiritually than physically. This is why I tell people all the time. Spiritual marriage is when you lay with a man. A contract is when you have all these different costs and these different spills. Why is it death do us part? I want y'all to know something. When I get this download, that don't mean go against all men. That means have discernment. When I give this download, I give this to ensure the man where he truly come from. And not only that, for him to take accountability. The only way all of this will ever take place is if we take accountability. When I spoke about the Jezebel video, the demonic woman, that is accountability that every woman must take. Men as well. We won't win anything until we all get it all out there and remind them they don't know what they have done because they have been asleep for so long as well. Because the moment they went against that first goddess, it's like their consciousness went asleep forever. Men that be out here trying to hurt you for no reason is not for no reason. That man was sent in your life as an assassin. These men that came in your life and tried to break you, it was never because you deserved it, goddess. He's an assassin over your reality. And when you have a son, your son can show you that, ensure you. Your son know a warlock man when he see one. And you want to know what? I've been emotional these last few days too, but I'm going to say this. It do hurt my feelings to talk about this. That's why I don't talk about it often. I've been knowing about some of these things. My mother was a beautiful mother until she got that husband. My mother never looked at me as competition until she had that man. I was my auntie best friend for years until she got that man. The one that liked to pour up a lot. Paul Masson, the cheapest shit. What I'm trying to say is, we never had these problems until they came. until we allow the weakest one to come. And not just what we allowed, what they tried to give us, because we had a weak man trying to run the planet with the reptilians. They walking around here with fingertips smelling like dookie. Why? What will make you want to go? That's like going to lay in the garbage can every night for comfort. What will make, I really want to know, what will make y'all go look at each other in that form? You motherfuckers are a disgrace. TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. I barely like smelling my shit when it go off into the toilet, and I gotta wipe it with tissue and a wipe. Then still gotta get out, wipe it with a rag and soap to ensure that there's no crumbs left behind. What would make you look at that as... Let me stop. I haven't eaten anything. Let me stop. Let me stop. And then, when you DL, you get mad at the one that's actually being them authentic selves, which is they want to wear the wig. You want to take them out and tell them to shut up for telling every other woman and protecting women. Let me tell you something. The feminine men is trying to protect us more than anything. Y'all ever heard that when we was younger? Y'all ever heard your cousins or grown-ups was like, I remember I was like, where do the V come from? And it was a woman, we was all sitting in her house. I never forget it, she was older than me. I had to be like 18, she was like 30. And she said, I remember years ago, we were having a talk at the house and my uncle and them was Black Panthers. And I'm like, I'm all in. And she said, I never forget this shit, and it always stuck with me. She said, men, HB, they already tried to put it in certain vaccines and men like that because it was in the YT first. Because that was the only body that they can study it in. It would not go straight into a black or a carbonated being, bloodstream. Not like that. So, of course, it was created to population control. But they couldn't get it in a black person with just injection. Not that easily. They had to have some tests done on the white. That's why they always snatch a lot of the white tees, y'all. The white tees need our help sometime too. That's why I said all skin folk ain't kinfolk. They be out here doing that shit to them. They studied it on them a lot. Anywho, let's go. That's why you see the medicine is not even made for us. Go to school to be a doctor or a nurse. It's not made for us. It never was. It's made for them. Anyhow, let's get back into it. Where do the HV come from? I remember she sat up there and she said it's a thing in a man's back area, in his back. The poopy area. It's a thing that another man access and they click it. And it pulls out a toxin. And the toxin come out and it get in that other man. And then that man will come lay with you. And it'll get in a woman. But it take a while to get in a woman. I done had a woman growing up in the hood and she was like, I remember one time there was some shit going around that they said I had something. I went and got tested for a whole year straight. I never had it. You have to lay with that man a lot. I see a lot of women say, I didn't have nothing the first time we lay together, the second time. And I'm going to be honest with you. When I caught my first little STD at 16, I lay with that man many times. And then about time, the 5th, 6th time, when that guy said it was enough, and I lay with him again, that's when I got the STD. That's the same as divine women. These men will go do that, and they will come and look at a woman with hate and want to hurt her and take her down. You don't think that's war? If a man even laying next to a real woman and he's trying to go through her back door, man, get that motherfucker out your motherfucking house. That's a parasite. That's a man that want all your energy, everything of you. Get that motherfucker out your motherfucking face, but he give you some shit you can't get rid of. And I was like, and I looked this up, y'all. I said, it's something in the back of it's only 2 men can access this motherfucking poison. And I said, I just asked Spirit, why is that? Because I did my research as a teenager, but Spirit said, because it's forbidden. Spirit placed this inside the men to protect them from massa. So every time massa try to come hurt them little children, them little black, beautiful, melanated children, they would instantly get poisoned. But the black child would be okay. That's like a skunk. As soon as you go over there trying to harm the skunk, it's gonna let off out the butt. Boom! As soon as you go over there with the Dharmakilla, whatever the hell that's called, and they let off the spikes. As soon as you go over there to a snake, poison. You can get, but I ain't going nowhere. What the fuck did I just open up? So it wasn't just created in a lab? No. God damn it wasn't just created in a lab. It wasn't just created in a lab. It was forbidden. It was placed into our children to protect them, our boys to be more pacific. It was placed in them by who placed it? The divine goddess. And this is why some men can get prostate. And this is why the doctors want to check their prostate and go up there and trigger the poison. It's like somebody taking a bomb and letting it loose and knowing it's a bomb. What? You gotta understand, I hear it. I promise you, no tripping. And I'm literally, y'all know when Nicki Minaj be like, that's spiritual. That's how they talking to me right now. I don't mean to laugh. That's spiritual. They're talking like that and I'm dissecting it and bringing it, I'm translating it. This is why in the files, the E-files that just came out, they said they only took white T children. Because if they take the black children, they're poisoned. They can only harvest the liquid gold in a child. But it's too bitter. Their ancestors poisoned their blood so that we could never consume them or else we'll perish. It's like somebody putting cayenne pepper all through your veins. And the moment somebody take it, that strong cayenne pepper, and how you can't stop sneezing. You're sneezing so much you're bleeding. You like, what the fuck is going on? God damn it, this is the deepest shit I ever had to comprehend. But yet this is why they chose me to do it. But because I don't give a damn who's listening. I don't give a damn who's upset. I had a lot of rainbow, beautiful feminine men unfriend me years ago when I told them they're under spell work. They didn't believe me. And now that the women are being very smart and listening to their discernment, you're not easily to condemn to sickness or illness. Let me tell you something, divine women, and I want to tell you this and I want you to listen. You didn't get cysts on your ovaries from your children or food. You got it from that man. You didn't get fibroids from no one else, especially not a woman. You got it from that man. Your first STD didn't come from a woman, it came from a man. Because when a man seen that he had, the man was lied to. He was lied to. He was told that he got it from you or got it from other people that look like him, but he really got it because he was never supposed to release the poison that was placed in him by us. So they tricked the man, the one that got the illness. They tricked him to be mad at us because they told him it was our fault, but it really was our fault. We put it in y'all as children to protect you from the masses. We did it to protect you. That's all. We never did it for you to do it for pleasure. They tricked you. They told you, that booty meat was more better. You ever get with a man that try to lay with you on your back end? Leave that bitch. I don't give a fuck who you is, and I don't care how freaky you are. Leave him. If you're trying to come through your back door, leave him. A woman got a nice, beautiful, flora energy where she at, and it can form to any size, and it can transform, and you give him a week off and put him on vacation, kitty vacation, he won't be able to feel it. So when he finally get it again, it's gonna feel new again. The woman is a powerful motherfucking species on the planet, and she can always shapeshift if she want to. Why do you think when we grow, we start looking different? You didn't get them boo-boos, them booties, because of us, to compete with other women. You got them to compete with masculines. And even when you got it, they still looked at you with disgrace because you was holding something they lovers didn't have, a uterus, a soul. And now when you went and got tricked out of your spot to go get them implants, now you operate in masculine energy. They stole your original identity. That's the ultimate betrayal. They made you hate yourself. Enough to go pay for something that wasn't authentic. So many women regret it because you just got to give your body time. We shapeshift, especially when we stop letting these men enter us. And you should be careful if you lay with other race of men because they hold an illness for us. Not only that, let me close it out with this. TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. I give all this with grace. The truth hurt. It hurt real bad, don't it? I damn near want to cry. I might cry when I get off of here. Matter of fact, I might not cry. I am going to cry when I get off of here because I want to cry now. And I want to cry so hard. I want to get deep. Because the truth hurt. And I'm not going to say I dislike that it got to come from my lips. I'm going to say I enjoy that it has to come from my lips. And to people that's saying, why talk about this now when all this going on? Because I guess you don't understand downloads, you man. You don't understand downloads? Oh, that's right, because y'all don't get them like that. Okay. How downloads work is, if you don't speak of it the moment you get it, and you dissect it, and you do all the work to complete the task of what it's meant to represent as, they will send that download to someone else, and somebody else will get spiritually paid for speaking that download. Not even just spiritually paid. Somebody will rank up spiritually, and nothing wrong with that. We all must rank up because we all are healing. However, I enjoy the fucking task of this download, but I did not know I was going to crack this other thing open right here. But that's the thing when you speak the truth. Your ancestors make room for more truth to come in. And they love that I don't give a fuck what they got to say. When I tell you, your ancestors will leave your side to come help me because I'd rather speak the truth to free them than to uncage them. So if you see I can translate and speak other languages from the light codes, you don't think I can see when you sent to attack me? Right now, the YT man is more protective over our energy too. Because they went through their years of karma and they no longer want to go through it no more. These YT men seeing their grandfathers pass away, going through karma for what they did to a black woman. They don't want to live in that no more. So the YT men are actually more, not going to say 100% forgiving. I'm going to say a little bit more, not too much of a worry to watch. It's our men that must sustain this type of frequency to respect and honor all his divine feminines and don't lay with other race or other same gender to try to go against the divine feminine. Do you hear me? You went out there and laid with a toilet, a waste container. And you wanted to come and put that waste-infected motherfucking hee-haw in a woman that's innocent? A young woman that's innocent? They was out here doing that shit to young girls when their life just began. And there's some women out here that got it too. They got it from a man and wanted to, you know? And I've seen another woman that got it from another woman, but you gotta understand, whoever that woman is, she dealt with somebody that dealt with that man that had that poison leaked off of it. They didn't use protectant. Stick it. You know, I can't say much over here. I can't even say much of this on YouTube. I can't. They are shade. Oh, hold on. Listen, I had YouTube send me an apology letter too. YouTube made a mistake and reported one of my content, and YouTube sent me an apology letter. TikTok never sent an apology letter. YouTube was like, we apologize. That's how you know our ancestors ain't playing with none of these motherfuckers. They like, man, leave our content alone. When I tell you YouTube sent the sincere apology, do I got it in my phone? Not this phone. I'm going to screenshot it and show y'all. And it was so cute. YouTube was like, we apologize for, they was like, we ain't trying to get under karma. We know you be going at TikTok while still posted on TikTok. We ain't trying to get no karma. Well, we like your content. You good. We apologize. Usually when you something report your content or you copyright, they ain't finna send no emails. They just finna let you know your shit been copyrighted. There's a flag over it. Shit, YouTube sent that, and I ain't even have to review it or nothing. YouTube just automatically fixed it themselves. They like, hold on, we good. We ain't over here shadow banning you. We ain't over here trying to delay your content. We ain't over here doing that. We apologize greatly. It's our sincere, they said sincerest apology. And I knew this wasn't coming from no AI bot. This was coming from an actual team member. They like, we don't want this type of problem with her. She really about that life. Let me tell you something. The ancestors and these people, you don't think when I walk past people, they don't see this, they don't feel this shit? Every room I walk in, I own that bitch as if this whole planet is mine. Not just on my birthday, I feel the most powerful. Every time. And then if I feel my energy being shifted and you trying to talk to me and I ain't ask you to speak to me, I don't smile at every motherfucker that smile at me. We ain't buddies. I ain't motherfucking friendly. But if you got good intent energy, I will treat you with grace. But don't smile at me. I ain't smiling at your ass. Because I see your smile ain't authentic. You just want to smile because we can coexist. We don't got to make face motherfucking recognition. I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to give you a smile. I prefer to whoop your ass in this parking lot for all the shit you did in your past life, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to keep it cute. I'm going to keep it cute. Okay? So I want y'all to know something. Let the men have the men. Let them have them. Don't go and ignore red flags, goddess. If you see that man too feminine and you see he's more fun and having fun with his homeboys, leave them to them. You are in their way. You're in their business. Get up out of it. I told y'all, a lot of y'all gonna be mad when y'all find a lot of y'all divine masculines in their early 20s, not early like 21, I'm saying like 22, 23, not 22, I'm gonna say about 24, 25, and you gonna be in your late 30s. You're gonna see. These are the men that's coming to push these other ones out the way, and that's why these older men they dislike the YGs, the young gods. They're waking up. And remember, our flesh is young. Our souls are billions of years old. So on my birthday, I will be 30 years old this year. However, 30,000 years old. 30,000 years wiser. I'm not just 3 and 0. 30,000 years? Damn, Spirit, 30,000 years? You sure? Yes. They said it could be more zeros. Why do you think I know all this information? Why do you think everywhere I go to on this planet, I feel like I've been there already? I ain't in a rush to go to Africa. I told y'all before, as a divine goddess, chill out on all that traveling. Especially if you're not rich like these rich folks. The rich folks is okay. But if you're not like super, super wealthy, be careful with traveling. I told you that everybody is mad at us right now. And to be quite honest with you, the low vibrational women, they don't have much of a target on their back when they get there. They're low vibrational. They're no threat. We are more in danger if we start going to travel. We're gonna be able to travel safely soon. But as of right now, these people are going through their own karma and self-destruction. Everybody dislike us. And they think everybody just dislike the black man. No, they dislike the black woman because we're the ones speaking this truth. And when you speak this truth, it opened up gateways for other truth to come through. Not only that, we are rising our conscience and we are cleansing our planet. We are cleansing the parasitics on the planet. Be careful with the Mexicans. Not all Mexican is really Mexican. They're European. They're from Russia. The real Mexicans, they got darker skin like us. Cinco type of dude. Okay? Thank you for the gifts, baby. Be careful. Be careful with marrying these other genders. Be careful with even marriage, period. Don't sign no contracts. You can do everything a marriage couple can do without the contract of these reptilians. Don't do it. I know you want to get married. Well, why just can't get engaged and do things married couples do and go but build land together, buy houses together, get a bank account together? You can do all of that without getting actually married. You ain't got to change it. How about both of y'all go change y'all last names from y'all dad's last name, especially the absent dad? Y'all both go pay that couple extra a couple extra dollars to change y'all name. Change your last name to the original name that the ancestors give you. You know, I would love to say Nirvana. You know, change your last name gently together. And both of y'all change it to the same thing. Now you're married, but in a different form. Let's stop abiding by these motherfuckers' rules and what they do. You'll still get what you want from the government, too. Use them motherfuckers. Use them. That's what they're there for, to be used. You'll still be able to use the government without saying you're married. On your taxes, single as hell, boo. Do you know you can file a man on your taxes? That goes to show you who the fuck really came from a rib. You came from us. You are still our sons. We could claim you on our taxes. We can go get some Medicaid for your ass, put you on our case at the DHS office. Yeah, we can do all that. Who the fuck you think came from a rib? You want pork for beef, motherfucker, because I'm going to make some pork or beef for your ass. And I'm going to tear that rib up in that motherfucker. It came from your motherfucking rib. How the fuck that sound? You talk about I'm dreaming about the stuff I'm talking about. I can't tell it ain't a dream because you up here mad as hell about it. You, that doctor, the ancestors, the baby daddy, all of them watched me birth this little boy. They watched me birth him. Did she birth a little child with her packer like that? Yeah, I did that. Mary did that. Eve did that. Eve, shit, I don't know who the fuck Eve birthed. I think she was dating her own goddamn son. I don't know. I'm just a messenger. Beep. Anywho, I do have a special for readers. 30 for 30. Hey, but I'm gonna do 30 for 33. You're gonna get 33 minutes. 30 for 30. I might do 30 for 30 all the way up until my birthday, because I'm gonna be 30 this year, y'all. I don't mind speaking of my age. Who trying to be on this planet forever? The white tees and the reptilians, because they can't leave. I'm not trying to be here forever. I'm trying to enjoy every goddamn experience of my life and rise and going back home to the Nirvana tribes with sacred lands and beautiful flowers and healthy bees, healthy everything, no parasites on my realm, just healthy everything. I can't wait, but I can. I'm patient. And I just can't wait to go back. I miss it. You know, this always remind me of the garden I had there. This always remind me of the garden. It's very pink. That's why in this life, I spiced it up a bit in this life. I was gold, black, and red, or burgundy. Because in my past life, it's very floral, very pink, very, very soft, very feminine. But in this life, I knew I had to be both masculine and feminine, you know? Because all the things that they have done to the women here before me. You ever heard a woman scream and you couldn't come down and do nothing because you was in the spirit realm? You ever heard a woman scream so loud from the planet that we heard it in the spirit realms and woke up out my sleep? And you wonder why I'm down here doing what the fuck I do. Don't give a fuck what target they try to place out there. You wonder why I do what I do. You wonder why I love divine women. I heard screams of our great grandmothers. And I'm here to sing this one. I raise my voice. I raise my voice to sit your little ass down, buddy. Sit your little ass down, Jezebel. Yeah. I raised my motherfucking voice. Because that didn't stop you when you heard them goddesses scream. But I still remember. I remember their screams. From them, the children, the boys. I remember all that shit. That's why y'all kept trying to give me them vaccines so I can erase it, huh? That's why you think I never drunk alcohol? Why you think I never did too much? Why you think I don't do that, baby? Why you think I don't do any type of drugs? Why you think I don't even like taking the doctor's drugs? I say, why? Because I refuse to erase the memories of the screams. Because that's the motherfucking charge for me. That's the charge for me. And if I didn't have these two children, I really feel like I would be on my Black Panther shit. I feel like they feel like it's better for me to have the two children because it's keeping them safe. And I want to do prison time. Go swim with the whales and dolphins. Might turn into a mermaid on their ass.